All right. So last where we left everybody, you had just left Balin Post, I believe. Or we're thinking about you were just taking your long rest before you left. That's what was going on.
Yeah, I think that it was just the fourth day, and we're gonna check in with the buyer and then leave on the fifth.
Yeah, we had finished. You guys had 4 days of activities and downtime. You got some stuff accomplished.
Yep.
Got some weapons figured out, some runes copied, and yeah.
The stone cut, not the runes copied. The stone cut.
Yes.
I still need to copy the runes at some point.
Yes, the stone is cut. That is what is going on.
Yep.
100%. All right. It's so funny. Some people are like, "Are you streaming, dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, we just went live." Watchers. So yeah. So what would you like to do?
I would like to use my mess kit and cook us all up a nice hearty breakfast in the morning. See if we can get some eggs going, maybe some hash browns. Potatoes are always good in the cold. Maybe just, what? I've decided, just loaded baked potatoes for breakfast.
Baked potatoes. Where you getting that milk, sir? Loaded, you cheese. Like, there's a lot of dairy going on for the Antarctic.
Maybe minus
goat milk.
I'm sure that we can get some milk from someone or something.
No, I gotcha. So yeah, you were able to make you guys start with the hearty breakfast. You take the time to cook, as you know, like in the wilderness, the smoke, the fire isn't a great thing. So having a nice, healthy breakfast, well, at least filling breakfast.
Energy for the day.
Yeah.
For the day of travel. Other than just hard, cold jerky and stale bread.
I like it. So, you know what? I think with that preparation, the DM is going to go ahead and give everybody inspiration.
What?
So, for those of you who don't know, DM inspiration simply is you can pick any role and take advantage on a roll. So you can spend your point of inspiration, take advantage on something that you want to. Could be an attack, could be ability check, whatever you so desire.
Okay. Nice. Good job.
So...
Yep. Awesome. Okay, so let's run down our group checklist of the plan and the things that we need, right? So we are going to Balin Post to help Sven, while on the way we are going to check out an Aor ruin on the other side in hopes of either finding more Frigid Woe and finding out what the Frost Giants are doing, or just finding out more about the Frost Giants. Right?
Yeah, and so we have our commitment to Sven, and then also the commitment to the buyer that we took on the job for.
Right, yeah. And the job is to have some pretty big priority towards finding out more information about what the Frost Giants are doing here, and sort of what the hidden meaning is behind what they're talking about when they're referencing how war distracts.
And we don't have any other way to travel except by foot, correct?
Yeah. So the talk was maybe about getting a ship, but that would still be 5 days out, and we wouldn't be able to hit up one of the Aoric ruins on the way. And so
no dog sled teams?
It might actually just be too cold for that.
Understandable.
It might just be.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to have to find the Yetis.
Yeah, sure. Your Tauntaun will freeze before you hit the first marker.
Right. And then we can't use it to stay alive.
We'll just crawl into their innards.
Well, I'll see you in... Well, never mind.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, somebody. I was like, come on.
I was just trying to figure out what the quote was. I was like, what is that quote?
No, I am your father.
Yes, that is one of them.
I love it.
I have the high ground. Give up.
So, Didn't we have some general area to our direction to set out
Yes.
to okay. We had a map, a deceptively shared map.
Yes, we were, and I quote, not given this map under any and all circumstances. We pieced this together from our own knowledge and definitely didn't have it pointed out to us whatsoever at all in any way, shape, or form.
So, I guess we head out.
All right. All right. So that's all the preparation. We ate some breakfast and then we're going.
Yeah, I have 36 days worth of rations left because I remember that we all bought some when we first got back.
Yeah. I believe the buyer helped you guys out a little bit with that too, if I remember.
And then we have one half of the sending stone in case we find anything immediate.
And if we run out of supplies, we eat each other and turn into ghouls.
No. I would like to veto that plan.
I second that veto.
Okay, thank you.
I third that veto.
Okay, as the one who offered up that option, I'm glad that you vetoed that. It makes me feel a lot better about going on a journey with you. Other than that, I think that we're pretty good to go. Sven knows where Battling Post is and knows who his targets are. And so, yeah, I think that we're gonna head down. We also got the really helpful hint that sometimes the river of lava is frozen, or something to that effect.
Snow doesn't melt,
Or snow doesn't melt
on the river.
On the river, yes. So we do kind of have the problem of crossing the river solved-ish. Okay.
Just build a bridge of bandits over it.
Crikey.
Sure. That is an option. And so we have gathered some other information previously, right, about elementals perhaps that are on there. I remember that being mentioned, but I don't remember where.
Yeah, you were told that there's
Fire,
a lot of elementals get sighted there. It's a source of elemental energy. Yeah.
If you put a hot dog inside of a frost elemental, does that make it a chili dog?
That was pretty good. Actually, I will give you that one. That one was pretty good. There was also the mysterious tower that we don't think is connected to the frost giants, but maybe worth looking in.
Then we can look down on everyone.
Well, the thing is that it goes under the river. That was the oddity about it, is that it's supposed that it goes down and under the river somewhere. So,
well, that could be useful for getting across.
Well, it's in the middle of the river.
Ah, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Do we have a grappling hook and a really long rope?
I have rope and a crowbar.
I do have a grappling hook, but
I
don't know if we have enough rope.
I have 50 feet alone. I think most of us have 50 feet.
I think the river's like I think it was. Did somebody say it was like a mile wide or something like that?
1 to 2 miles, depending on where you go.
Right,
Yep.
but maybe if we find it when some snow is not melted on it. I don't know, but that's the plan right now. Do we need anything else? Most of the stuff here is protections against the cold, which I think we'll need for the most part. We have camp stuff from our travels already.
Do we have timber or anything we could carry along?
Oh yeah, for some fire, that might be worthwhile. Maybe we can get a fire source of some kind or a heat source.
What is the item that has all the fire starter materials?
Tinderbox.
Yeah, that.
I do have a tinder box, but I don't know that we have fuel because this place is pretty barren of trees.
I can use prestidigitation to start up a fire.
Yeah, but it's I think the issue is the fuel for the fire.
Yeah, so for the most part, because you guys spent days kind of looking at all this stuff, so I'm assuming that some of this was done. You would have this information. There's a little bit of wood, but it's not plentiful.
Mhm.
And so for the most part, people use it to like possibly cook food or get a little warm for like half an hour or so while there's still daylight hours, so they're not shining light at night.
Right.
Just borrow some from the ship. That has plenty of wood.
Yeah, I think that most of the time it's more of like just furs. I think
Yeah.
it's furs that people use to stay warm. So
Yeah, or whatever magic they may or may not have
Right.
to do some of this. Which is why a lot of times you have to do checks to see if you got particularly cold on the
Mhm.
nights. Which
If
is why when
only
you've
we
had a
had-
rough day, we have to do that. Yeah.
maybe
If only we had a firecaster with us.
Well, maybe we could get a couple of additional blankets, maybe some provisions for the cold.
That would be a good idea.
Maybe help with those checks.
Um,
I don't know how feasible that is.
I mean, so you have just about the warmest blankets you can get here. It's just
Right.
really cold, right?
It's just
So,
really cold.
so yeah, because when you arrived before, you had your cold weather gear.
Mm.
In that, even in the tent you had was like heavier furs and all that type of stuff. Unless you wanted to really try to find something special, but something like heavier furs, like you've had access to that.
Okay, I think that unless we find some maybe magical source, I think that we're gonna kind of have to
Yeah.
call it quits on that one.
Yeah, which by the way, it does help with checks. Like a lot of your stuff
Mhm.
keeps you from having to do checks every hour, right?
Right.
Right.
Instead, just every day. So
Yeah.
that is true. We did come pretty prepared. So can anybody else think of anything that we might need? It might be worthwhile to buy some additional rope. Now that we're thinking about it, some
I have one gold coin.
we do have a little bit of group gold left, and I still have some of the group platinum left. So
Yeah. So for standard equipment, just go ahead and mark off your gold, and you can add that to your inventory. You can feel free to do that.
What if we bought a sled and you could pull us around?
you're gonna make me pull you around?
You're the big, strong, tough guy.
Yes, the big, strong, tough guy that's relatively immune to the cold, but doesn't mean that I want to be like working like a war horse. Or no, not even a war horse. War horses get treated better than that. I want to be working like an ox all day.
We'll pay you extra.
I do get paid extra.
We'll pay you more.
I'm
You can
the one
have
that
my
divvies
share
out-
of the gold.
You throw it at me anyways.
Exactly. That's my part of the end of paying you.
Although that being said, I actually don't think that it's that bad of an idea to maybe get a cart to travel to carry stuff that we might find.
That's a good idea.
That did bring up a really cool idea. I was like, what if we get a cart for our stuff?
Okay.
And then we could hitch it to a frost elemental.
Or I will just drag it.
All right. So
That
you're
too.
looking for a sled.
Yeah.
Um.
Cart without wheels.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. So we'll just do this price for a cart there. Is what we'll do for this. As some cool jazz comes around, I'd like it. Some
I do too.
good traveling jazz.
Yeah, that
What-
sorry, that
And then we could cast invisibility on you, so it'd look like it's a driverless carriage.
Yeah. So that's going to be 15 gold pieces.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me check how much. I know that we have quite a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that out of my personal. So I will buy the cart.
Yeah, actually, it will be 15. Usually it's a little more here, but you're doing a job specifically for the buyer, so you get you get kind of standard rates. This is good.
Oh, sweet! And the cart has its own container in D&D Beyond.
Yay!
Holy smokes!
D&D Beyond, you have stepped it up. We are happy with you very much. We enjoy it.
Now all we need is a caltrops dispenser. And just pull a lever while we're running away.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe when we get back to like real land, we can hook it up with the caltrop dispenser.
Dumb idea. We just save up our money to upgrade this random cart we bought.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah,
Right.
by the way, we replaced it with ironwood.
All right. So okay. So we have a cart. Anything else? Is someone else getting some rope?
I've got 50 foot of hemp rope, and that's all I have.
I have a little bag of sand
Okay.
and a small knife.
I'll buy 100 feet of rope. I'll spend the 2 gold for 100 feet of rope.
All right. So just as a note here, so your
Mhm.
cart, because you have nothing to move the cart with, it's going to
Mhm.
hamper because it's 200 pounds. So the sled, you're dragging 200 pounds behind you.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
I can manage that
What's your
with
other?
my powerful build.
Oh, that's right. Because you can double
Yeah,
your weight.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's got like 400
That-
pounds.
That's the only reason why I suggested it.
yeah, that'll work. Cool.
Just because I'm at like my carry weight is 415 pounds.
Perfect.
So
My other character was a centaur.
where is he now?
I don't know.
All right. So anything else before you set out?
No, I think that'll do it for me. Anybody else?
I can't think of anything that we don't. I think we're as well equipped as we can be.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's go hit up this Aoran ruin on the other side of the river of lava. Hit up Balin Post. Maybe kill people. Maybe just hold them down while Sven kills them. Not really sure on the morality of that one, but they're evil people. They murdered his family. That's right. We decided they don't get to live. Cool. No need to feel bad. Okay. Yep. Let's do it.
All right. Excellent. So once again, the gates of Srinla open up for you as from the way the direction as the wind blows across the land of Isercross, and for the first time in about 5 days, you feel that biting cold as it feels like the temperature of your skin drops 20 degrees instantly, and you begin to track somewhat southward. So where specifically are you trying to hit?
I think that we're gonna try and reach that Aoran ruin
Yeah.
on the little maplet that we have. I'm not exactly sure its exact location, but
Yeah, you're trying to get to the general area there.
yeah, but just the general area there, because we have a map, and we would have marked it on our map based off of where we were told, and we know that it's on the same side as Balin Post, so on the opposite side from us, and it's in the general direction of Balin Post.
Yeah.
Somewhere before that set of mountains right there. So
Right. Absolutely. So you essentially begin heading kind of at an angle there, moving towards where the Aoran ruin was marked. Let's try to do a survival check. Who's the navigator? Who's looking at the map, taking readings, figuring out exactly how this is happening?
Gathok is proficient, but that does not mean that he has to. If someone else,
Not me, unless you want to lower your chance of survival.
Oh, yeah, I'm not proficient in survival.
Okay, I will give it a shot. Yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna. Yep, that's an 11.
Oh. With an 11. All right. So I think with an okay, so let's go ahead and I think the first day out really. as you take your reading at the end of the day, again, you've got Sven with you. And by the way, everyone's at level 4, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hold on. I think
Yes.
so. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, cool. As you get to the end of the day, you get the feeling that you've traveled more sideways than down, from just the way that the lanes are moving. You've made some progress. It's just that you definitely haven't made a whole day like you would like to, especially for the general good weather that you had, because you at some point you would have waited a few days to do this. So you're at your first night. And I would say let's have actually it was a pretty clear day, so we're good on survival checks right now. For the second day, somebody roll a d20 to see how the day goes.
I'll do it.
All right.
Awesome. Let's get it. Big money.
Oh, just 1 second.
Big money, no whammies.
15.
15. Oh boy. There we go. Sorry, I had to pull out my dice drawer here. There we go. And it almost caused something to fall, which was not good. There we go. Cool. So, 15. What do we got here? Yeah. As you're walking this direction, let's see. Everyone this actually isn't too hard to see because the sun's behind you. Actually, so you see it shining off of this rather large creature. As you get closer, you see this big, heavy, furry body with with claws. Quadrupedal with huge wings and like an eagle's beak. As you slowly come and you realize that there's this griffin that is on the ground, like kind of like guarding itself off against like two wolves that are at it. Not die or anything like that, just kind of two regular wolves. But it seems hurt.
They're not allowed to hurt Burb. Get them.
No, help him.
About how far are they?
From where you see
the
now,
wolf-
it's about 100 feet.
Okay.
Gathok's gonna just start charging at the wolves.
And I'm going to move up as well, but I'm going to still keep my distance. I'm looking to get into range with my short bow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got
And
it.
Gathok's gonna try and like flank a little bit, like try and show that he's not going to attack the griffin, just the wolves.
I got you. So you kind of you modify
Mhm.
your
Yeah,
thing there.
maybe take a little bit of a wide turn. So I start to head in.
I'll send Ideal to help flank with them while
Okay.
I ready myself to launch a blast of Eldritch magic.
Nice. Blast Eldritch.
I will eat your heart in front of you raw.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You guys run up, and I think that there's a moment where the wolves see you coming, kind of clock, 3, look at the griffin, and start to, like, I don't think you get within about 40 feet, I think, Gothic, and they just start, like, they sniff to the air, see you all coming, and begin to run off into the distance. So you kind of get close, and the griffin's there, just like her, like in a very defensive position, kind of like can't really get away, so just views you probably as more threats.
Gathok will just sort of get between where the wolves are running off from and where the griffin is, and just scream, normal Goliath things. And then once they're sort of out of sight, he'll then put his weapon away and just sort of sit down in front of the griffin.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
This is not a strong point. I think this is worth it. I will use DM inspiration on this.
Okay.
Yay.
Good job.
Let's just. Oh, natural 20!
I was going to say, I
Nice.
believe in you.
Me too.
Nice.
That DM inspiration really pulled through. I mean, the first one was a 14 anyways, but still, natural 20 for a total of 22.
Oh, very cool. You slowly approach, and there's like this weird thing where like it guards against you, and you are moving like, and it slowly like warily lifts up, and its wings spread. This is like a 15-foot wingspan from tip to tip. This thing's a little larger than a Clydesdale horse.
Wow.
This thing goes up, and it's kind of like sight to sight with you because you're so tall. But you see that there's an arrow that's stuck right in kind of like the armpit of the wing, essentially.
Okay. Gothak will examine it a little bit. He doesn't want to like aggravate it any more than it already is, because it seems to kind of be in a bad way. So he will. What will he do? Let's see. I don't think we bought any potions, which is kind of unfortunate. Gothak will try and soothe the griffin as much as he can and try and communicate through gestures or like I don't know. He's just gonna try and let the griffin know that he's gonna have to cut around the he wouldn't be able to pull the arrow through all the way, would he?
You probably could, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he'll break off the end that has the feathering.
Mhm.
And then he'll just be like, he'll just put his hand on the griffin and just yank really hard, really fast. And
You
just
got it.
pull all the way through.
Yeah, you pull it through. It kind of rears up in pain, screams. It's kind of goes across the flat plane, and then kind of gets a little aggressive. Lands, has this look, and then kind of nips at you very like lightly, and like a little tongue comes out like, and kind of cuddles up to you a little bit as it starts flapping its wing.
Okay, nice. Yeah. When it sort of rears up, Gathok won't do anything aggressive. He'll just, stay on his knees so that way he doesn't show any signs of aggression and anything like that. So okay, and then he'll pet it and then he'll sort of bandage it up if he has any balms to keep it from being infected from his alchemist kit.
Yeah, it's easy enough. It's enough just to kind of get it. Because you look and the damage is not bad. It was really the arrow itself that was causing the problem more than the wound. And so you're like, okay, you bandage it up. I would say you get the sense that it has a connection with you at this point for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say with that check, you probably have a pretty good idea. So let me actually give you that.
Psst, can we name them Cloudbeak?
Maybe.
So you get the sense that like it has limited intelligence, but it sort of wants to repay the favor. So it's going to stay with you for about 3 days.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll make sure to feed it during that time too. So I'll make sure to mark off the additional rations.
Okay. And you get the sense that it will let you fly it if you want.
Yes, I would like to scout with Buckbeak.
Yeah. It bows down and kind of motions. I think Gothic kind of strides. I think with your size, like basically just Gothic fits on this thing.
But I was gonna say maybe it's just Gothak on this one.
Yeah,
I'd like to offer them a good luck charm when they return.
Yeah, and so you zoom up super fast. This thing flies at about 80 feet.
Oh,
This thing is zooming. And it's a fairly clear day, so go ahead and make a perception check with advantage, I would say.
Awesome. This is so exciting. That was so worth it. 20 non-natural.
Okay, excellent. So I would say with that, you get a very high up view of where you are in relation to different things. So what I'll give you is that all your navigation checks can be made at advantage.
Oh, okay, cool.
From now on. For the like, I'll say until let's say this, and as long as you have the Griffin, we'll just say that you have advantage on navigation checks. We'll see where you go from there.
Awesome.
As well as any scouting or perception, if you're able to get up and move that way, that would be relevant. So yeah. So you just watch you see your gothic friend just kind of whirling around, and you're able to steer. I think you see like a few rumblings of like snow here and there that remind you of the insectoid creature you faced a few weeks ago, and you kind of steer a little clear from there. And so I think you're able to use you even see what reminds you of some yetis that you had faced, and you're able to steer there. So I think that there's this thing of where you're again just seeing like little dots and we're going away from moving dots. We're just like navigating but moving as you help the three people on the ground. So I would say since we did the Griffin, we can actually probably fast forward a little bit here. Let's give me 3d20s, and this is for the traveling weather that we get.
3d20s?
Yeah, so one person, each one of you give me a d20. That's the best way to do this.
Sounds good. All right. Gathok got a 12.
Okay.
Erican got a 3.
I got 5. I can't seem to roll anything else other than 5s and 15s for these rolls.
So you really only hit bad weather one of the days. And I'll say go ahead and give me con checks for everybody just from exhaustion and making the way past all this.
On saves or check?
Sorry, save, yes.
Okay. Ooh, 11.
15.
14. Now he's taking my rolls.
Yeah. So Gothic, I think you're using this monstrosity to your best advantage, but getting up really, really high, it's a lot colder up there. And even with your resistances and you're getting used to this weather, I think it gets to you. This is like riding a horse times 100. And so I think that process over the 3 days and the weather, you do get a point of exhaustion that we're coming to this with.
Okay. 1 point. Okay.
But
not a problem.
but before that, give me perception at advantage just as part of this before we add the exhaustion on.
Okay. That will be a natural 20.
Woo!
Oh, woo.
For a total of 24.
Wow.
All right. I didn't even have you do navigation. Basically, I think I just assumed perfect navigation with this thing because it just makes so much sense from the area of view. But actually, this will matter. So give me a navigation with advantage as well.
Okay.
This actually matters on two different things that can happen.
Total 15.
Okay. You had pretty well. This is really towards the end of the 3 days. You're getting to where the river is. So actually, sorry, you're moving along, and you're the first to spot kind of this red glow in the distance. and the rest of you spot it because it's kind of it almost is like a valley that you go into as you start, and as you kind of cusp into like a slight downward angle, it ends in like a sheer cliff. And below the sheer cliff, you catch this red, and this red light coming up and dancing across, and you see just this flow of lava, miles wide. This is at the end because today the weather was pretty rough, and earlier in the day it had snowed. What you catch sight of is kind of small and large red shapes that are moving across ice and snow and like cutting into what's there to kind of break it up, kind of melting what you actually see. This hot lava does not seem to be melting the ice, does not seem to be melting the snow.
Okay.
But these creatures are.
Okay, so it's the creatures that are melting the snow.
Yeah. And they're kind of breaking this up. And you see some small, like looks like a little more fleshy creatures than others. It's like they're made out of pure lava themselves, and they're moving across. The other thing you notice when you were high up on the Griffin, I'm going to say, is you caught sight probably about a day's travel where you could tell where this castle would be, because you saw the shape in the middle of the river. About a day's travel to get to where you would then cross to get to it if you so desired, though that is off of a direct path from the area in ruin. That'd be a detour from your way.
Okay. So
you don't get a great view of it. You just get the shape that's in the center of the river that you're like, that must be what they're talking about. The other thing you do see is a little bit of a shimmer where you see like light coming off at a weird angle, which you immediately recognize as the same shimmer that the frost giants were using. And you kind of get that. What's interesting is first you see the shimmer, then you kind of go high. You tell your buddy to go higher and higher, and you get that you can see down into it. And you start to kind of work out that possibly whatever effect this is, it's like circular, but it's not a sphere, because you can actually see down, and you see a contingent of shapes. Again, you're high up, so you can tell they're a little bit bigger dots, but there's quite a few dots with looks like there's some type of things they're moving, maybe sleds, some other animals that they seem to be with. But you're noticing this on the other side of the river.
Okay.
From where you are. So that's why you see it, because you're natural 20, but like it's not like super clear what they are.
Okay.
Like you can't get them because it's far away.
All right. And so I wouldn't be able to get a good estimate about how many there are, how many giants.
I would say, because again, these are shapes and like the sun's glittering off here. I'm going to say you pick up anywhere from 5 to 12 is where you're guessing as far as shapes that you're able to pick up.
Okay. And then based off of the direction that they're going, do I get the sense that that's in the same direction, either to or from the Aeoran ruin that we're going to check out?
I think you look and yeah, I would say you could. It very well could be. Like it wouldn't. I don't think it would surprise you if you found them there, but it's still a ways away, right? So there's a sense in which you're like, yeah, like they definitely could be headed that direction.
Okay, so at this point, since I have one half of the set of sending stones, I'll use it, and I will reach out to the buyer and just be like, Buyer, this is Gathok. We are by the river. We have found a contingent of 5 to 12 giants heading potentially in the same direction as the Aoran ruin. Do we follow?
I appreciate the confirmed presence, as well as confirm. Oh. What was that? Something? Confirmed presence, as well as intention. We need more information. What do they hope to accomplish? Why that ruin? Or are they just, like everybody else, getting random artifacts?
Okay. Does the sending stone allow me to use it again? I'm
Yeah.
not. Okay. Yeah. So Gathok will just reply, I'm not sure. Last encounter, they wanted more frigid woe because it gave them power. They used it as a weapon or for weapons to enhance them. I think that they may just be gathering artifacts as well as the frigid woe.
I need to. I need you to confirm their plans and get more information on what exactly they're using the frigid woe for, if that is indeed what they are doing.
Okay. We will try and follow.
Cool. Yeah, very good. Be careful. So it says.
Okay.
All right. So
Well,
you're on the
we're
opposite
finding
side of
more.
the river. And so we're saying at the end of these days, just what you were able to get through this, and the griffin kind of says its goodbyes, more or less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Goes
before
away.
the griffin leaves, Gathok will create like sort of a tally with a rune on it, just like so that way the griffin has something and he has something for the griffin, and it'll just
Okay.
it'll just be a rune of like the essence of the wind, the power of the wind, just
Sure.
like a rune that evokes that sort of power, just as a little keepsake for the griffin, and as a thank you for the fun and the adventure that it
Yeah.
followed them
It
on.
squawks like, "Bah!" and it goes away.
That was nice.
I'll miss you, Carl. That's right. I decided to name the
I love
griffin
it.
Carl.
His name is Carl.
You're Carl.
No, I am not.
Says it in the runes.
You don't even know how those work.
I cast prestidigitation to replace the runes, but the thing is, I don't know Giantish, so it's all gibberish.
My gosh.
And
Says Carl. All right. All right. So here you are. You're in this huge expanse of the river. What'd you like to do?
let's go for a swim. You can only do it once, though.
You first.
After you, I insist.
Yeah.
So what what do we see at the river's edge? Is it covered with snow? Is it what's going on?
So you're able to find an area where it goes down a little bit, where the kind of ground meets it better than the sheer cliffs. So what happens here? It's hard to find a place where you can get on easily and off easily, because the ice builds up on either side over time. So kind of the ground level gets higher and higher, while the fire elementals and different fire creatures seem to be melting the ice as it lands on the river, and therefore keeping that. So it's kind of like this kind of weird, like reverse carving of like a Grand Canyon type. right? 'Cause it's like resisting rock layers, except it's ice. But you're able to find where it's more like a 10-foot drop onto it rather than like a 50-foot drop. And what you're seeing at this point, by the time you get here, you sort of ways off, is you see every once in a while, you see like something kind of move its way through the river. But it's mostly, the snow's mostly gone, and it's like slowly floating hunks of ice that are left that have been broken up and are moving. And so you feel, and there's like sometimes like maybe 3 feet between, 10 feet between, 6 feet between. They're just kind of floating down.
Hmm.
Okay, yes. Can I help you?
No.
So, is it overcast? Does it look like it's going to snow? Clear skies still?
Sure. The weather today, you just kind of got in. It had just snowed. That's what all this is. That's what they've been cleaning up. And as you look, it's fairly clear now.
So, if we wanted to, if we were going to try to cross it, we got to go down 10 feet, and then we've got to navigate over from ice patch to ice patch.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Man, I don't like that. I don't like
I don't
those
either.
odds. like
I'm
those.
proficient in religion. Could I try and see if I know anything about asking the gods to manipulate the weather just a bit? Like rituals, and prayers, etc.
I mean, go ahead and make a religion check.
Okay, hold on a moment. The answer is no, not really.
There we go.
Worth a try.
And what are we if we're going to try to navigate this lava? What are we going to do with the cart?
I can carry it.
He's pretty strong.
I can literally carry it.
What if we made the cart adamantine and you could just wear it over yourself and just roll it into battle?
Veto. I'm gonna veto.
It'd be like an armored car, but powered by you.
I am an armored car powered by me.
But you could be even more armored car. Like one of those little toy cars that kids have where they put their legs through and push it across the ground. You could have that as a cart.
You mean I could just have a giant skirt cart made out of adamantine that doesn't really protect me?
Well, you have
Run
to
around drink.
build up on the top too, clearly.
Why wouldn't I just make armor if I had that much adamantine?
Because you could have both. Anywho,
Really?
let's get back to the
Yeah,
matter
different
at
matter.
hand.
Yes, please let us.
What are we doing?
We're gonna try and cross.
All right. What's your tactics to start?
Does spider climb work on like objects slung across to the other side of terrain? Like if we had some method of getting, like, say, a rope and nailed into the ice pack, could I just walk on that rope?
Let me just double check this. I think that that helps you climb surfaces, I believe.
What would prevent you from taking damage from lava, by the way?
Immunity to fire.
Not falling in.
Yep, that last one I think is the correct answer.
Ideal proceeds to jump into the lava and just swim around because they're immune to lava. They're in their native environment
What?
outside of hell.
Not so much. If you want him to poof, you can.
Look, they're immune to fire and poison.
Are they immune to fire?
Yeah,
Oh, okay then. There you go. In that case, yeah, because it's fire damage, it can move around freely.
and they have a swim speed.
My
There
gosh.
you go.
They're just hanging out while we figure out what we're trying to do.
Yeah, that's your familiar. Absolutely, yeah. So with spider climb, yeah, you could go across a surface if you want.
Do we want my familiar to cool down? Take a rope that we have, fly it across, nail it in.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad plan at all, actually.
Do we have any way to make like a safety harness to try and, just in case we slip, we don't fall into lava and die?
No.
So what? How are we going to get this rope across 5,000 plus feet? It's a mile wide.
Oh, right, that's the problem. We don't have enough rope to cover that.
Yeah. Hey, all, you guys go ahead and plan. I just have to check on something real quick, and I'll be
Okay.
back. But you guys can talk and figure your plan out here.
Okay.
Oh, I meant the ice patches. If it's possible to link the ice patches like that, we could try that.
Oh, actually,
See-
that's not half a bad idea. Maybe we can like nail in, and I can pull the ice patches closer and make like a path or a bridge.
Oh, that's a good idea too. I do not believe my familiar is not strong at all. I was going to be like, maybe they could try and push it or something. No, but they have 6 strength.
Well, I have mage hand. I could carry the rope over. You know, I could get the rope out, at least carry it for them.
Yeah, but we need a way to push it in.
Yeah.
So what worries me is the how thick are each one of these ice patches, and what us jumping or climbing, and what's that going to awaken in the lava? So two things. We have to really be careful about what we're doing because we fall in and
That's it.
that's it. Roll new characters. And the noise we make matters.
Yeah. I think
Um,
that's maybe
My-
maybe we can pull
Oh,
them
go on.
together. I don't know. I think that pulling them together may also be a good idea
yeah, I agree with that.
it will be able to sort of get a feel for how that's going to work, because maybe if we pull them, it'll whatever's underneath the lava will notice that movement and maybe attack that. So I think that may be a way for us to tell on both sides.
All right, we arrived at something.
Somewhat.
We have a couple of ideas. Not sure which one's a winner, but
Mainly, don't fall into the lava.
yes.
So at the bottom of the 10-foot drop, there's ice built up around the side, or is it just at the end of that drop is lava?
There's I would say there's a little bit of a ledge you could possibly get to, or you could try to use that height to get more horizontal to try to aim at a moving ice block. Right, because you could potentially have a farther horizontal leap from up high,
Mhm.
Right.
or you could get to that ledge just so that you're not controlling a fall, basically. And out of the void, we've got our other person.
Hey, all right.
Don't touch the ground. It's lava.
Floor is lava. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Josh.
Honestly, I'm more worried about how you guys are gonna get across, because I know how I can try and get across.
I also know how you can try and get across.
I know it's like we're the same mind, which
I'll
must
let
mean
you-
we're great.
Into a
I'll-
ring
Only mention-
and just have your familiar carry you across.
Yeah, almost like I could do that.
Yeah, just almost, damn near.
Are you my conscious?
No,
I'm pretty
No.
sure you are.
I'm 100% sure that if I were, I would quit my job.
That's what my conscious would say.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Maybe, maybe if we sacrifice enough people to the lava river, it'll hear our cry and harden for us.
And send more lava spawn after us?
Nah. That's what happens if you don't, clearly.
Are you volunteering?
Uh, I'll consider it.
Okay, good talk.
I'll meet you in 3 to 4 business weeks.
Okay. Marican, do you use a short bow?
I can
Or a
use
bow?
a short bow.
Maybe we can attach one of the lengths of rope to an arrow, and then you can shoot it, and then we can start pulling stuff together that way.
Okay.
Do we want to give that one a try?
Sounds good.
Before we do this, could we try a test run? Just to make sure we don't burn our very valuable rope?
Yeah, I did buy extra rope,
Ah, good.
but well, I think that maybe it would be worthwhile to take a shot, not towards the lava, just so that way you get the feel for the extra weight.
Yeah. As you're talking and figuring all this out, again, you're seeing that the everything's moving up, like kind of breaking up the ice, and you can kind of see a little bit of a crazy sight. Floating above the river, just kind of moving down, is this shape kind of looking and pointing out, kind of giving orders, like speaking in a language you don't understand unless anyone here speaks Ignan.
I cast comprehend languages.
Oh, so,
Nice.
so you definitely hear, there, break it up. We can't let the doorway close. Kind of, and even, keep the guardian river up for the queen. Is kind of what he's saying. But you look, and this is like this 3-horned humanoid giant with deep red skin, gold bangles on their feet, like ankles, and on their wrists, kind of bare chested, dressed almost in like what looks like a torn up toga that reveals much of its body, and just floating, giving these orders, kind of there. Yeah, so you're seeing this, and it's fairly close to you, within 100, 120 feet.
But is not fire giant.
It is not a fire giant,
Okay.
no.
Okay. I just wanted to double, triple check that one.
Yeah, you would recognize a giant. It is not
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
I'll silently relay that to them.
Okay. Yep, through your telepathy.
Hey, they're breaking it. Yeah, essentially.
Sure.
I am your conscious now.
No. Can I quit this time?
No take backsies.
There's always takesies backsies.
They're not looking in. We don't see them looking in our direction.
I think you feel like you've got a little bit of a second here to take in the situation.
And it's moving down the flow of the river.
It's at times it stops, and then like it's floating above the river,
Okay.
like about like 10 feet, and is just kind of giving orders, moving like different directions, overseeing the deconstruction from the recent snowfall.
So, what do y'all want to do?
Actually, what's
Are there-
your pact then? What type of genie are you, Creed?
The Earth one.
The Earth one. Okay.
Now.
Yeah, make a Arcana check for me.
Oh no, are they in a Freedy? 21.
Yes, they are an Afridi.
Oh dear.
So I would say, yeah, Creed recognizes this from your dealings.
Hmm. Well, that's problematic.
Hmm.
What is?
They're in a Freedy.
What does that mean?
You know how there's genies? They're kind of like that, but they like to enslave people.
So we can make a deal.
Could, but it could also end poorly.
Yeah, like falling into lava and dying a horrible, horrible, painful death.
Well, it wouldn't be that painful. It'd be almost instantaneous.
Yes, as all your nerve endings immediately get burned. You suffer excruciating pain for that 1 second. Well, you're the expert on genies, so what do you think we should do, Mr. Maybe a Genie? Still really confused about that, by the way.
So back behind where he's floating is have they completely cleared it behind him?
They're working on it. It's not completely cleared. I could say, like, so he's roughly in front of you, about 100 feet, just kind of like, working on this section, essentially.
We could offer them the lives of the bandits in exchange for safe passage.
We don't have the bandits.
We could
No,
make that part of the agreement.
No, we have to kill them. And I don't want to drag their corpses back here with me.
All right. Josh, you trying to say anything?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Do we have anything to bargain with?
We can offer up your life.
Like,
Just
Then how are you
spitballing.
going to deal with them?
such a dry, sarcastic group. I love it.
Just throwing out, just spitballing.
Yeah, but giants are stronger, so you'd probably be more favorable.
No, because I'm not a real giant, which makes me extra weak according to my kind. So,
So what are we trying to do here?
trying to get across the river,
How far is it across the river?
1 to 2 miles,
Okay.
and we no longer have the griffin to shepherd us across.
Also, there's an Afridi with a team working on the other side of the river.
How far is that? So 1 to 2 miles away.
Yeah.
Well,
no, the Afridi's on
in
your
the
side of the
river.
river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I say other? My bad.
How far away is the Freedy from us?
About 100 feet.
Okay. Is he an enemy?
Yes.
Well, you haven't talked to him.
Oh, I thought Creed said that he likes to enslave people.
Good.
Well, I mean, there's a chance we could convince them not to, but the problem is, do we have anything worthwhile other than empty promises?
Well, we're full of those, so why not try? Always do it. I'll venture over and try to talk to him.
Can you speak to him?
Hopefully he speaks common.
I think Creed can maybe speak to him. He'd
I
understand.
can only understand the language.
Language barriers, am I right?
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, if they're gonna go talk, I'm gonna lie down in the snowdrift.
I gotcha. So, so Sean, are you approaching?
Yep.
All right. So you kind of get to the edge, and how do you get its attention?
I'm gonna whistle.
Because that's gonna go.
Okay. Yeah. So you whistle, and everything that all the elementals on the river kind of like turn, as does he. As like he opens his mouth, and there's this sound of like roaring fire that comes out.
And I'm gonna reply in common. Can you speak common?
It looks at you and touches its forehead, and it takes out its scimitar and starts floating slowly towards you, and again lets out a similar.
I want to make an insight check to see if it's coming at me like menacingly.
Make an insight check.
So that would be a 19.
19. Go ahead and make a persuasion check to see how that turns out.
Could I make deception?
I don't think you were lying.
Okay.
I think it's persuasion.
Come on. 7.
7. Okay. I would say it is with the insight check. It is not. It's not. You don't get the sense that it's coming over to like end your life
Okay.
or grab you, but it is not friendly towards you necessarily.
Yeah. It's still on its guard.
Yeah. And you see that as it gets a little like within some distance, it reaches its huge arm over and gets within about 10 feet of you, and its finger is like this. It's this really long nail that ends in a point that's probably about the size of your mouth and nose, and it glows with this red energy as he's slowly trying to touch your forehead with it.
Oh, what is he saying? Because I can still understand what he's saying, so I can probably try and translate while I'm hiding.
He says he was saying, "I speak now," and he says, "Hold still." Like he'd be saying, "Hold still," so you can understand what I'm saying.
All right, I'm gonna telepathically say that to Shauna. I'm gonna try and do an impression of him. Hold still. Wow.
All right.
We'll stay still at that point.
Okay, so the light touches you, and you feel this energy come over, and as you can feel the sound that's emanating from him, and it gets translated into common into your ears. Actually, for you, it'd probably be translated into Elvish. But you hear it as he goes, "What do you want, small one?"
We're looking for a way to cross the river.
And why is that?
Or we have a mission on the other side we have to get to.
Hmm. As do many who seek passage. And we burn a lot of them. Exactly why shouldn't we drag you back to the plane right now?
Maybe we can help you.
Help me with what?
I'm sure there's something that you might need help with. My companions and I are pretty decent at doing things for other people.
Precisely where are you going and why?
Do I precisely know where I'm going?
You know that you're headed to Balin Post right now. You're headed to an area in ruin to try to figure out some stuff for like what some frost giants are doing.
But do we have to get to process to get to Balin Post?
Yeah, to do
Okay.
anything that you need to do, you have to get across.
I'm going to go tell them that we are headed to Balin Post.
You work for the slavers.
No.
Then why go to their place of existence?
We have business there, but is there anything that you would need done there while we were there?
So you wish to barter for passage across.
Yes.
He gets this big smile on his face. I tell you what. You agree to show us some entertainment now. You and your friends. And I'll give you a task to complete later. And in exchange, I'll let you pass unhindered by my command.
What kind of entertainment?
Yes or no?
Am I still telepathically connected with Creed?
Creed, does it only work one way?
It's only one way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be like, they're not really around me, so yes.
You all hear the word yes, and there's a burning on your right arms, right underneath here, right here. As you see this little symbol get burnt into your arm. And it's just kind of no damage. You just all feel it at the same time.
Great, we've been solved. I knew it would happen. How could you, Shauna? You have betrayed us.
Does Sean have it too?
And as you see this, there's every creature that has been going in among the lava just kind of goes underneath, like, and you're just there with this giant figure, and he floats above about 120 feet. He shouts, and he kind of lets loose what looks like this like almost like deep red and yellow ruby, and it floats about 30-40 feet and just kind of rests, not touching one of the ice pieces, but really just floating about 5 feet below as the river slowly is moving it around. And he just says, "It's really easy. Go get it and bring it back to shore."
How far away is it?
About 50 feet.
Can somebody throw me 20 feet?
Yes. Actually.
Can you
Cause
throw
I-
them by the heels?
Because I was gonna say I could Misty Step there
What can you Misty Step back?
if somehow you guys could throw something in the water. I could try to.
I can do that.
If you can give me a landing in the water, I could Misty Step back. So it's up to you, Gardlock. And I'm going to cast Enlarge on you.
If you cast Enlarge and I Enlarge, I'm pretty sure that I can throw you the whole way.
And let's try that.
You just reach over and place them on the ground.
Right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that like how big would I be then in my biggest form? I'm like nearly 20 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I can throw you most of the way.
Let's
So,
try.
just to double check real quick, the entertainment he was talking about was just playing fetch with this ruby.
How big is the ruby? Is it like
Ooh, ask him if we get to keep it.
You look at the ruby. It's about it looks to be about 7 feet in diameter.
Wow.
Gimme. I could make some awesome weapons with that.
Make an armor out of it. It'd be way cooler.
Yeah, but rubies aren't that hard, and gems are used
Magic.
but gems are used to conduct magic and channel runes through them.
Exactly, which means big armor of magic.
My
Ah,
goodness.
Shauna,
So-
ask him if we can keep
All
it.
right, all right. So what I need from everybody is what are we doing right now?
Well, I'm big, so I'm gonna throw Shauna after I
Okay.
use my extra big, because I can extra big.
Okay, well, so you big, and then Shauna does enlarge.
No,
Yes.
so Shauna, yeah.
yes, he goes
In
big
that
and
order.
I do Enlarge.
Yeah.
To make him
You
big.
got it, Shauna. As soon as you let that spell out, coming up from the lava, you see a huge form of fire, and you start to see the movement of some other smaller things. And at this point, I need everyone to roll initiative,
Oh, okay.
and I'll collect that in a second. Yeah.
Creed's like, I can't wait to see who turns to toast. So they have a low initiative.
Oh, jeez. Let me get to Monday real fast. It's all right. Here we go. Okay, so I gotta clean this up really quick. I got Gothic. Renard's not here. Creed is here. Wilzer is dead. E is not here. Yep, that looks correct. Perfect. All right. All right. Yeah, that'll work. All right, Gothic. What do we got?
So Gothak got a 16.
16.
And did we sleep since I got the level exhaustion, or have we not slept yet?
I have not slept since the exhaustion.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. That was kind of because basically, yeah, it was a weird because we gave you the advantage on the perception and all that stuff. But yeah, Creed, go ahead. Sorry, Creed, what's your initiative?
6.
6. Sean?
12.
12. American?
13.
13. All right. Fantastic. Okay. Now, let's do this. All right. So there's our setup. And so I'll put everybody here in a second. So let's get everyone here. So first, I'll put everybody here. We've got extra large Gothic. Put you roughly there.
I'm pretty sure that I can jump up and grab the crystal myself.
I was gonna say you can just walk over there.
I'd like a large order of Gothic with a small side of Shauna and some Americans.
Yeah, to be clear, there's Shauna.
We got this.
What does ideal look like? What's ideal in comparison?
All right.
Oh man.
And Creed, you're hiding up here.
Oh man, that's hilarious. I don't even know what to do.
And American.
If you don't know what to do, try not to die. That's always a good start.
I know. I'm just so big. I'm like a real giant, guys.
We'll put
That's
you,
because you are. You are always a giant. In here. The heart.
Shauna just helped bring it out.
Yep.
If you think about it, your heart grew 3 sizes.
Look how small everybody is.
All right. Let's.
Gothak is absurd.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good buddy.
Totally ridiculous.
Just so good. And so terrible.
That's down.
All at the same time.
So we'll go ahead and I'll place this guy here for your ruby. So you have a sense of that. And I'm also going to put in our buddies. But he's come up right here.
Question.
Yeah.
What would it be to try and identify what that is?
I'm going to say at this point, you're pretty sure it's an elemental of fire.
Thank you.
I'll give that to you. I think it's deduction at this juncture.
This fire seems to be made of fire.
Yeah. And then there's these two things swimming around. Like so. Let's get this up for you. Alright. So, Gothic, it's going to be what would you like to do here?
That is a fantastic question.
Because it is your turn first.
Let's see. How far away is that platform in the middle?
The middle platform?
Yeah.
That is going to be where you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oh, sorry, the middle one. 5, about 30 feet from the very tip of it.
Okay. Could I jump?
I believe your jump is equal to your total strength score.
My total strength score is a 19.
So you can. If you get there, 5. Yeah, if you could get to the edge there, you definitely could do that. You could definitely try that.
All right. You know what? Screw it. Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna give me a dex check. Oh, actually, for this, let's do a dex saving throw because to do this, you need to do a full speed run against ice and kick off. So I'm going
Yep.
to call that a deck save. And then if you get this, you'll be this, and then land on ice. So we'll just do
Mhm.
one deck save.
Okay. Yeah, I figured for the landing he would just sort of bite his axe into the ice to catch himself.
Yeah.
But for the jump, let's see. Ooh, 18.
18. I love it. So this still works on your movement. So you're still spending 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's ridiculous. As you see, you're
Thank
bigger than my angle. So as Gothic just kind of is like running, like you got boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Oh, and I think that so you land and the whole thing begins to dip beneath the lava. And I think your boots have gone in, so like I think a good like quarter inch of your boots like burn away, but it doesn't hurt you. It's just like
Look, now his toes are warm.
and you feel at this point you feel this intense heat coming up
Okay.
on you. All right, so you have an action, but your movement is spent.
Okay, my movement is spent. Okay.
Yes.
And
Well, I don't know. I
whereabouts-
forget how much movement you have, but you've moved 35 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's my movement. How far am I like directly below the gem now?
You're still away from it. So
Oh, still away from it.
yeah, because if you see that dice, that's the gem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just take an attack against the big thing. Because screw it.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely within melee range of each other. I just had to take a peek there. And then I do have this for reference. So if anybody, well, that's interesting. I guess I don't have that for reference, everyone. Never mind. This is our angle. Okay. Looks like that went off. Sorry about that. I don't know. Anyway, you're taking an attack. Let's go.
All right, great axe. And I will do great weapon master.
Okay.
So I'll take the -5 for the +10 damage.
Yes.
So that's a 20 non-natural to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. So this is, and I will be doing my extra damage on this one.
Mhm.
So that will be this plus. Is it 1d4? It's 1d4 for enlarge, right?
Yeah.
So that will be a total of 28 damage.
Nice. And that's just a regular axe,
That's a great axe.
a great axe, but like not magical is what I'm asking.
No, just yeah.
Okay.
Just regular.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you take your action and you go through its center, but it's fire. So
Mhm.
you feel you're doing some damage to like the spirit inside, but it's not as effective as a flesh and blood creature. It's not bleeding. It's not cutting organs, right? And also, as you go through, the heat of it reflects off your axe, and you're going to take 6 fire damage.
Okay. Ow! Hot.
Yeah. So you guys see, like, it goes in, it damages it, and then, like, you see, like, the axe heats up, and there's this fire that kind of just moves from the blade of the axe right over Gothic's face, burning it and causing, like, his like, ears to, like, get, like, black a little bit. Is that your turn?
Yes. That will be the end of my turn.
All right. So let's say, yeah. So the creature there is going to move right up to you, and this is one of the small guys. So this little thing, like, it's so weird. It's like almost crawling on the lava and flying at the same time. Just
Mhm.
comes on over and starts to basically focus on the back of your boot. And is going to do claw attack here.
Look, look, look. They're not clawing you. They're just scratching your back.
Yeah, that'll be a 13 to hit.
That will miss.
Yeah, excellent. Then that's its move. So, American.
So I see Gothic swing his axe into the one fire elemental, and I'll reach out my hand and I'll point at it, and it will need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Got it.
And as I do it, start Gothic's close enough to start hearing a bell ring.
That will be a 17.
He succeeded.
Okay, yeah. So the bell rings and seems to do nothing.
It's kind of a jazzy bell sound, just
Yeah.
far away.
Nice, nice.
And I will. I can't see on the other side of Gothic. Is that a ledge, or is that another? Is that a ice
Yeah.
patch?
There's an ice patch on either side of where Gothic's ice patch is.
Okay.
And there's a small one in between, too.
And how far is the one that I'm closest to?
Yeah. So you can make a leap of 10 feet if you spend 15 movement beforehand. If you want.
No, well, I really don't want to get that close to him. I just want to know. I couldn't see, so I was trying to make out. Is that like a rock or something over there I could try to hide behind?
There is a tree that's
Yeah.
about. There's a tree that to hide behind the tree would be about 30 feet away.
All right. Is that towards the headed to my right?
Yes, that's to your right.
Okay. All right. So I'll move there and try to duck behind the tree.
You got it. Are you using anything to do that, or is it just you're trying to get out of here?
I was gonna make my movement over there and try to hide. With my bonus
Sure, but
action.
you're not taking like the hide action or anything like that, or the hide option. You're just physically moving out of sight.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Sean, it's your turn.
Shauna's gonna cast Scorching Ray and then use her social point to change the rays into cold
Okay.
and attack. Send 2 at the fire elemental and 1 at the little flying imp thing.
You got it.
So first one will be a
Oh wow, that was a
19.
firefly.
19 hits.
so and that will be 4 3 damage.
Okay.
Next ray is it would be
Yep, 16 will hit.
16 and then a 22 on the last one.
Okay, and 22 will hit the other little creature.
So that ray for the second guy would be 6, and then the little creature is going to take 8.
Got it. Yeah. So these 3 rays of absolute cold come out. And what you notice when it hits the fire elemental, it damages it like the as it would normally damage anything else.
Okay.
As it hits the little creatures, it begins to like harden and crack. It takes way more damage from the cold than you'd expect.
But I know the fire elemental wouldn't take the fire damage, so I had to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything else?
No, that will be my turn.
If you can, I don't know if I got unplugged. All right. So Creed, it is your turn.
I'd like to move 35 feet towards Shauna behind them. I just want to be around so in case they get attacked, I can try and help them out, but also behind them so they get attacked before I do. I'm going to use my action to cast Armor of Agathis. I'll just like reach down, pick up some snow, throw it in the air, and now it surrounds me as a protective aura.
Absolutely. So make an Arcana check really quick.
Seven.
Okay. Yeah. So you use it, and it comes around you, and your armor of Agathis is up.
Alrighty. And then I'm gonna direct Ideal to attack the fire elemental.
All right. Go ahead and make it.
Alrighty.
So here we go. We'll put a deal right there.
Oh, they look adorable. Does 17 hit the flaming ball of fire?
Yes, it does.
Alright. I'm gonna assume that poison doesn't hurt something that, lacks any important organ. Correct?
Correct.
So let me just see what I have real quick. Alright, but their attacks are considered magical for the purposes of overcoming immunity and
Excellent.
resistance. I'm assuming I'm not implying the poison. I meant for the actual physical attack because I
Yes.
assume normally it's hard to hurt fire.
Yes.
All right, so let me roll that for you real quick, and that'll be it for me. Okay. +5, so another roll. Oh wait, whoops! Why did I roll that? I meant to roll the damage. All right,
Okay.
1d4 + 3. Let me get that. Oh, nice. 7.
Nice.
It just bites into the fire like, ow! Why does that hurt?
Yeah, bites into that, and it does. It scorches, and it kind of rips out a piece of the fire, kind of using its hellish attributes, and it's going to take 10 fire damage for that.
Good thing they're immune.
Yeah. So it's whoom. This is ridiculous. I love it.
I know.
All right.
They're drinking the fire like a broth.
All right. This guy's gonna see it. You hear from up top the Afridi you were talking to. So I'd say the Shauna hears this, and Creed, you hear this as he just says, "Don't forget the ones on the shore." And with that, this method's going to move over to the two of you. As it kind of like takes in a breath and breathes like pure lava all over you. And so I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw, each of you.
Sean, I got 17.
Shauna got 17 and
16.
16. Awesome. So you both kind of like hit the ground and a lot of like it all gets your back, but not your front. So you will each end up taking 3 fire damage.
I just stand there and let hit my little shield.
Excellent. So
So 7 remaining.
all right. So Gothic, the fire elemental comes in and enters your space. So you and it occupy the same territory as it just flames around you. Dealing you 5 fire damage.
Okay.
And you sense 2 things. One, it's dealing damage from just being outside of you and you inside of it, and your gear and like your and the wood of your axe is beginning to catch fire.
Right.
And then as it's swirling around you, you can see like every once in a while, like its hands manifest as it's trying to grab and like touch your chest or touch your face. And so we'll do the attacks here. First one's going to be 22 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and then a 7 to hit. So that'll miss. So from the first attack, you'll take 10 fire damage as it scorches your chest.
Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking about using Stone's Endurance, but I'll save that.
Got it. All right. Then it is your turn.
Okay.
So okay, when it ends its turn, what are you going to do?
When it ends its turn within 30 feet of me, I will be using the Stone Rune
Okay.
to put it to sleep.
You got it. What does it do? A save or is it a dice roll?
Yep. DC 13 Wisdom save.
You got it. That's 3.
Yep. So it is now sleep incapacitated.
Okay. It's. Let me just double check the wording on that. But so what is it? What does it exactly say?
The creature is charmed by you for 1 minute. While charmed this way, the creature has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated, descending into a dreaming stupor. The creature repeats the save on the end of its turns.
Okay. Say that last part again. While it's charmed on you, what?
While it is charmed by you for 1 minute, the creature charmed this way has a speed of 0 and is incapacitated, descending into a dreamy stupor.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of grew and it looks like it works.
Okay. Good.
It just sort of dies down as a firewood.
Yeah. It's like kind of like it gets a little blue, It's like shh. But you do take 9 fire damage at the start of your turn.
Okay. First things first, I will be using my bonus action to heal using Second Wind.
Yeah.
Because I am hurt. Very hurt. Nice. So I will heal for 12. Puts me up at a more reasonable look, which is good. Let's see. What else? And then I will jump to the island with the ruby. I'll run and jump.
Okay. So he's asleep. You healed. You're going to do your run and jump as you're still on fire. Yeah, I'm going to say that's short enough to where that's good for a while. Yeah, no, give me a dex saving throw as you're landing, and the same thing because it's a slippery conditions.
Natural 20.
Perfect.
He's as graceful as a giant elk.
Let's see here. The Mephit right next to you is going to get an attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
That's a 16 to hit.
Miss.
There you go. All right. So you're right there. You still have an action.
Yes, I will be putting myself out.
You got it. So you douse the fire with your action. Cool.
And then, am I able to pick up the ruby?
Or
Or is that a full action?
it's what I'll say is that if you're going, yeah, but just so you know, you're going to have to sheathe your weapons to handle this ruby. Well,
Yeah, that was the plan.
you know what? You can do a one-handed weapon. If you are you able to use your great axe as a one-handed weapon? I forget. Or is it straight
No,
up two-handed?
but I do have a long sword.
Okay, cool. So if you want, only because you are enormous.
Right. Yeah, I'll pull out the long sword, if only just to catch myself when I try and jump back.
Yeah. I'm good with that. All right. That's got the method. So it's going. Yeah. It's going to come out and do it comes over and it's going to do its fire breath on you, but you also notice it aims so it's hitting the thing of ice that you're on.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a dex saving throw.
Oh no.
You can do it. We believe in you.
Natural one.
Oh
Can I
no.
give him a reroll? Is he close enough?
What's the range?
30 feet.
No, I'm too far, I think.
Sorry, no.
Oh, okay. I tried.
All right. Cool. So you're going to take 10 fire damage. And the ice floe you're on begins to break apart, or actually breaks apart because it takes 10 fire damage.
Mhm.
So I need a dex saving throw to not fall in and to kind of
Okay.
hold your balance.
5.
5.
Damn. This is it.
That's going to be so. I'm sorry. This is true. This wasn't to not fall. This was to not be dipped in when it happens.
Mhm.
Just to be clear, I realize I used the wrong words there. But
How far away are they? You said 50?
yeah.
I have a question then.
What is your question?
Since I can see them and I have telepathy, could I try and warn them about the ice flow hit via giving them inspiration to allow for a reroll? Like, you need to do this before your leg gets dipped in the lava.
So you're asking me to let you spend your inspiration on him
Yes.
as a reaction because you have. Yeah, I think with that ability, because you just have to think, I'll say yes.
Alrighty, let me mark that off. Good luck. This is all I got.
And 6.
It was nice knowing you.
Yep. That's gonna be it for me, pretty much.
Hey, at least it was an attempt.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. So
To the death.
yeah, for the dip, it's going to be 3d10, which is 21 fire damage.
Okay, I will be using Stone's Endurance to reduce it by a d12 plus 3.
Nice.
Yeah, so I reduce it by not a lot, not enough. I reduce it by 6 for a total of how much was it?
So it would be 15 reduced by 6.
15 reduced by 6.
So 21 reduced by 6, which is
Oh,
15.
15. Okay, I was gonna say if it's 15 reduced by 6, I survive. But it's not. Okay. Oh, actually, let's see here. I am at 1 hit point.
Okay. Was that ability or was just that math?
Math plus the ability.
Okay.
The stone's endurance reduced it enough so that I'm at 1 hit point.
Awesome.
So does anyone have any form of healing?
I don't think we have any healing.
All right. So you guys watch as he just dips into the lava and just all that damage comes on. So two things. Gothic, you are just on this piece of ice that's big enough to hold you.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're on has split in half.
Right.
So you cannot get a running start.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So this would be any leaping from here would just be like a standard a standing jump, which
Okay.
is a little different of rules. So just
Yeah.
as a note. Miracan, it's your turn.
So can I make it to that first big chunk of ice?
Yeah. I mean you can
I'm asking it.
Yes.
Is that enough of a running start to make it there?
Yes it is.
Okay. And I will. Lord.
What's your strength score, American?
My strength? My strength is 0.
Your score, your total score.
Oh, 10.
Yeah, you can just do that.
All right. And
Is that what you're gonna do?
yep, that's what I want to do. When I get
All
right
right,
there.
give me a dex save.
$18.
All right, you successfully land and take off.
All right. And how much movement did I end up using?
30.
30 feet? Okay. All right. I will attempt to toll the dead on the little Murphet thing.
All right, the one that's by Gothic or the one that's by
Yeah,
the
the one that's by Gothic.
You got it. So it'll make
Guys.
its wisdom. 14.
He succeeded.
All right,
Well,
so again,
Yeah.
nothing. So so you get your action and movement that you've used. So you've got a
Yeah.
bonus if you have anything.
No, I don't really have anything left that I can do. All right. That's it.
Check.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sounds good. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I just noticed I was clipping on my mic. There we go. Sean, it's your turn.
Shauna's gonna kind of run closer to where the edge of where Garthok is, just in case. And then
Okay, so you getting right up to where the method is, or what?
Well, more like like if Garthok was to come the opposite direction, like kind of where Mirakan is.
Okay.
And then for my action, yep.
About there.
And then for my action, I want to shoot that one in the back by Garthok with a chromatic orb, and I'm gonna shoot cold.
All right, what are you using?
Chromatic orb.
Okay. It's a roll to hit, right?
Yep. And so 23, 22.
That hits.
So, and then it's going to be cold. So, for 7 damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
I just want to kind of like spin my little diamond and then cast out a cold beam and freeze the method as it falls.
Okay, yeah.
Melts away.
Yeah, so your beam goes out and it just hits the method and like you get it so cold that then with the heat from the lava that it's in, it just begins to shatter like just frozen explodes. And it does in fact explode. And I will need Gothok to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 12.
12 will make it, so that'll be 3 fire damage coming at you.
All right, I'm unconscious.
Okay, so the method is gone, but his explosion of fire.
If that would happen.
Do we have any way to rescue them?
All right, so I'm going to say, I'm just going to say this outright. Gothic has a turn to where, I mean, assuming nothing else happens, some other stuff might happen here, but unless acted on by an outside force, Gothic will begin to slip his next turn, but won't fall into the lava. But the turn after that, the start of his turn, he'll probably hit lava.
So in 2 turns, I'm in the lava.
Yeah.
Oh, and when I do fall unconscious, I do reduce in size by 1.
How much do you weigh normally?
Yeah, in fact, reduce you again.
Normally I weigh about 250.
All right.
No, less. Yeah, about 225 to 250.
I can make him smaller.
Alright, so that's he's shrunk a little bit. Alright.
I'm gonna drop my concentration on him. So
Are you doing that immediately when he goes unconscious?
yeah, because I feel like he'd just be a big target, and I don't want him to slip in the ice.
You said 250, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we could somehow cast enlarge reduce again, we could
I could.
reduce your weight by 1/8.
Yep, I could do it again next
And
time.
I think that'd be 31 pounds.
Sounds right, yeah.
And if that's the case, my familiar then could then carry him to safety.
Yeah. So Shauna will look at you and go, "I could do that next turn."
All right. To be clear, though, he does not have grip on the ruby currently.
Understandable, but
Yeah,
we can get that once we've dealt with the things that are actively trying to kill us, right?
Yeah, Creed, it's your turn.
Okay. That's what we're doing. The fire elemental is conked out right now, yes?
Yes, it is still asleep.
Because it just makes saves at the start of its turn, at the end of its turn.
At the end of its turn.
Yeah.
Alright,
So it's not asleep. It's just
Incapped.
yeah.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Well, it's not, and it's technically not incapacitated. It's just not moving.
Mhm.
It's
Alright,
sorry.
Yeah, Charm. Sorry.
I'm gonna have Ideal use their action to turn invisible and Fly to go help out Garthak over there. And then
Mhm.
for my turns, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on the remaining method and blast them with magic! Or at least attempt to. Does 26 hit the magma method?
Yes, it does.
I'd be terrified beyond belief if it didn't. Oh wow.
10? Excellent.
2 necrotic damage, 10 force damage, and 2 bludgeoning damage. To the ice method. Eat this! Pew pew.
Absolutely.
How are they looking?
Looking real bad.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna run 35 feet away into the little corner over there, and that'll be it for me.
Back where Shauna is, sort of.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to stay within range, but I'm not trying to invite myself for attack because I am somewhat. I'm squishier than the giant man that just eats fire.
Yep. I hate a lot of fire.
All right. That looked good.
Yeah, that looks great to me.
All right. So Mephit's turn. It turns to you, and it would know this. What type of armor do you have?
Me?
Sorry, Creed.
Okay.
Let me check real quick. Studded leather.
In that case, nope. It's going to go ahead and move toward you all.
I'll blow them a raspberry.
This will come up at Shauna. As it's going to go ahead and claw at you. Natural one. Yeah, so it comes in like as it's making its way onto the ice from the lava. It's like the wind currents are off a little bit and just ends up like getting the claw and just not being able to connect. Fire elemental saves with wisdom, right?
Yes.
That's a 6.
Nope.
The effect
Still out.
stays. All right, so Gothic, go ahead and give us your death save.
Okay, let's see. D20. And that's a 4.
Ooh. Yeah, the cold plus the heat, like this black smoke skin in your lungs, you take 1 failed death.
Okay then.
As you see, just from the movement, his body is slipping more and more off. Mirkin, it's your turn.
All right. So we've got the. I guess I didn't see the the familiar ideal turn invisible, so I don't know what's happening there.
Right.
I can't really see. How far away is the ruby?
Where you are, 25 feet. Actually,
25.
sorry, exactly.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
15. Sorry.
15 feet. So, could I cast Mage Hand and move it to pick up the?
So I think, given the size of the ruby, your guess is that it's too heavy for Mage Hand,
Okay. All right.
because Mage Hand does 10 pounds.
Yeah. I guess, can I try to get over to the ruby, or is it not enough room?
You can get there.
Yeah.
'Cause I told you what, 15 feet?
Yeah. I can't see how it's positioned. So
Yeah. It's floating above the ice in what's going on, so you can get under it.
okay. So if I get under the ruby and
Make your dexterity saving throw.
all right. $23.
Yeah. So yeah, you make the jump.
Okay. And can I? So I use 15 feet of movement. So can I get back to where I am carrying the ruby, or where I was?
So you're able to get there, but from this piece of ice, you
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
The-
Okay.
yeah. Not from where you were, but you can get to another ice flow, but it'll be the one next to the fire elemental.
And okay.
But you have to put away your weapons to carry it with both hands.
Okay. So I'll go 15. I'll go back to that, however far that is. I have 15 feet of movement left.
Right. So what I'm saying is, with your carrying this heavy gem, you can't jump back the way you came. Plus, you can't get a running start from where you
Okay.
are. But you can do a standing leap to the one that's right near the fire elemental.
And what? So is that a dexterity? I mean, acrobatics?
No, you can just stab that. Sure enough.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. All
No,
right.
you're good. You're
And-
there. So you make
Okay.
it there.
Okay, and then with my bonus action, can I try to dash and get over again, or not?
I think with you can't dash with your bonus action, I believe, but you can
Is he-
action dash.
Is he a rogue?
I'm a rogue.
Oh, you're a
Oh,
rogue.
yeah.
I thought you were a ranger. I'm sorry. I got really
No.
confused. Yeah. So you actually hit before. Okay, sorry. I think that's what's been messing with my brain. Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Yeah, you can bonus action dash.
And I have 30 feet of movement by doing that, and what I'm trying to do is get back over to the shore.
I see what you're trying to do. Give me. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna have you do is give me. First one's short enough. Yeah, so just give me one dex save to get to the shore.
All right. 25.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna make it here, and then you make another leap, flipping right onto the shore.
All right. And I'm just holding the gem. Here, take it. We did it.
Absolutely. So you land on the shore, and there is this clappy noise ahead of you. As you have no idea what he's saying, there's just the sound of wind and heat roaring out of his mouth. Shauna and Creed just hear, excellent. It's like, and he kind of turns his eyes, Creed and Shauna, you see towards the fire elemental as he goes, and for you, punishment. And he clicks, and the fire elemental is drawn towards the gem and is imprisoned inside of it. It's like, whoom. And then American, you're holding it, so it goes down to be about the size of an orange
Ah,
as it shrinks. And he snaps his fingers, and you see all around all the things that were going around and doing business go away. The methods sink back down. And Shauna, it's your turn.
Shauna wants to cast Reduce on Gothic,
All right.
and then she will send her familiar to go aid the Amp when he starts to help move Gothic.
Gotcha. And I was prepared for this. So we've got reduced Gothic.
he's on sale.
Extra special fire sale on small Gathog.
While he's on it.
Clarence.
All right.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I'd say with that, Creed, you're able to make your nice friend carry Gothic's corpse over. Are you doing anything on your turn, Creed, to help Gothic?
Corpse.
Sorry, not corpse, unconscious body.
I was extremely concerned. Sorry.
It's
I
my
was like,
bad.
when did I die?
My bad.
Ah.
Sorry. Dan.
I am not proficient in medicine myself, so the best I can do is trying to help prep him for somebody else that's able to help heal the burns. If you get my gist.
Yep, 100%. So you kind of begin to do the help action, and then Gothic, it's time for a death save.
Mm. Seven.
That's fail number 2.
I really thought that was a 1.
Ooh.
That would have been bad.
Yep. I'd been like, oh, didn't get stabilized. There I go.
Yeah. American, it's your turn.
I am not proficient in medicine either, but so I still have this gem or ruby
Yeah.
in my hand. So, how far away is the guy? Do I need to go give it to him and tell him, hey?
No, it's solved. It's just that you're dealing with the aftermath.
Okay.
So you see, it seems like combat's done. We're just in this turn thing. Like he accepts that he's like, you get the gem, and
Okay.
he's missed all the fire things from the entire river for you. It's just right now you're dealing with the fact that you have a dying party member.
That needs
I
to be
am not-
revived.
Yeah, I do not have anything.
Yeah. So to stabilize someone, you'd need a healer's kit.
Hey, I know what we forgot. don't think I have a healer's kit.
Our cleric.
Yeah.
Everybody call out, "Oh, Father Red!"
Yeah.
Oh, Redlick left the campaign.
I don't have anything that I can help him with.
All right, if that's all you've
Um,
got.
Yes.
Shauna, do you have anything?
Shauna was gonna try to see if Reedy would help. If it has its powerful magic user.
I think that you look at the ruby and it's a destructive force. It's not healing force.
I don't have anything. Yeah.
All right. In that case,
I have an idea for improv.
Okay.
Could I try and do a reverse of my bite attack? Like, could I bloodlet myself and through that expend my daily uses to try and heal Gothak?
interesting.
I'm willing to take damage too.
Right. This is what I'll say. I think because everybody was holding their action, so to speak, trying to figure out what to do, that everyone can assist when this comes on. Because I think Shauna is going to have to use
I can use one of my chrono shift.
one of your what?
My chrono shift things, like time altering.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. What if anything is Mirakin going to do? In this kind of weird transplant of blood and biting, and is there anything Mirakin can offer?
I mean,
This is time for like creativity, basically, because you're not going to have an ability that says help
Yeah,
a reverse vampire
mean-
bite.
Yeah.
I can use my sleight of hand for quickness to try to wrap it up or put pressure on it to hold it in.
I like this. So we'll do this. Go ahead and make your sleight of hand check right now.
Okay. 20, not dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. And I'm going to say, Shauna, I want an Arcana check for how you can manipulate
Yeah.
the time flow.
That is a 16.
A 16. I think you have inspiration, by the way, still, don't you?
Yes, I do. I will use it. So that is 18.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Now, yeah, because you'd succeed on the attack roll. So go ahead and roll the damage of your bite.
Alrighty. Let me pull that up. I got 8.
8. Okay. So go ahead and take 8 damage. So I see this as like you're biting yourself and you're like draining this energy from you, and it's like kind of this your blood with a slight glow on it as your big teeth come out. You're getting out, and then you're like letting it drip from your mouth, into Gothic's open mouth. Like there's just this weird like drip, 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 drip as you're just aiming it down his throat. Shauna is casting her time manipulation to make this, and I think American, you're you're using your hands, so you're holding the mouth open and you're like seeing different bits of the blood like starting to miss. You're like, no, all of it's going in there, and you're guiding this with all your hands, and it's going in. And I'll say, Gothic, you come to consciousness with a single HP.
Wakey, wakey.
However, I do need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 8.
8.
I
No.
have, do you have one more chrono shift if I can use it?
For the purposes of this round, you were chrono shifting the res.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because it all happened as one round
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, you used your inspiration earlier, Gothic. Yeah, you were already given an inspiration from the other
Right.
stuff. Yeah, but you are up with 1.
Okay.
And I'll say with this, just for this is zoning divided, I think I think we're good. Actually, never mind. Go ahead. Yes, you are up with 1.
Okay.
Wakey, wakey.
Gothak will groggily wake up, mostly burned.
Yeah.
Yeah. The large form comes in, and Gothic. The funny thing, I think, is that everybody's a lot taller than you remember them.
You're still reduced.
It's like, wow, I just lost all of my legs in the lava, didn't I? I think I'm gonna need to find a wheelchair.
Charlotte's gonna just like stand over tall of you and be like, I'm finally taller. And then she'll let Reduce go.
Okay, yeah. Go back to towering over everybody.
I just fall over.
And slowly the large red Freedy comes back and is talking. And again, Creed and Shauna, you're able to understand this. It's like, oh, this passage is yours.
Hopefully that was enough entertainment.
Indeed. But he does pause and he goes, however, I do require that ruby. Just a special little thing. There's a volcano in the Sirius Mountains. I just need to you just need to make sure it gets tossed in.
Sounds
Okay.
good to me.
Goes, passage is yours. And he floats away and down into the lava.
How do we get past now?
But there's still ice.
Okay.
The barter with him basically was that all the elemental things were going to leave you alone.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Would y'all like to try to take a short rest so maybe Gothic can?
Almost not die again.
Feel a little better about the situation?
Yep, being able to rest would be nice if we have time.
Yeah, you get the sense you can definitely, a short one definitely. So you guys can go ahead and take a short rest right now.
Okay.
I'm going to use my arcane recovery during my short rest.
All right, I will roll hit dice. If I can get this to work. Okay. I can only roll half my hit dice, right? On a short rest.
You can roll as many as you want.
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
I
all of
think
them.
it's you regain half of them on a long rest, right?
Yeah, you regain half your maximum on a long rest.
Okay.
You can spend as many as you want.
Yeah, I will. I will be rolling all of them. So it's 10d4. So it's 10d4 plus 12. Oh, I think I only need to use half. I'll do half. 10d4 plus 2. Or 2d10 plus. 2d10
So
plus
how was your date with Lady Death?
horrible. Do not recommend. So I heal for 17.
There you go.
That's fine. That'll get me enough to get across.
All right.
All right.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Let's get across.
I put the ruby in my pocket and ready to roll.
I hand them across since they said to get one.
Oh my gosh.
Very funny. Greatly amused.
As you should be.
Catholic will ask, what happened to the gem? We got to keep it right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we got to throw. Evidently, we've agreed to throw it into a volcano.
But that wasn't part of the original deal.
It kind of was.
No, it wasn't.
He
Our
said
original
he had-
deal was only entertainment.
No, he said that he
And a
afterwards he
task.
also.
Oh,
Yeah.
and a task? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Basically, the deal was entertain us, and I'll give you a task to do for passage.
Oh, okay. I understand better.
What kind of entertainment were you thinking of that would get you past?
Almost dying. Almost
Works.
certainly dying. All right.
No,
let's
it
get
was
that.
just a flesh wound.
You're just a flesh wound.
I am.
Flush wound that healed you.
Let's go. Yes, thank you all for that. We need to buy a healer's kit.
Yeah.
Our body healer.
Is anyone here actually a licensed doctor?
Nope.
No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
That's nice.
We should
right,
go
so-
there later.
So we're going to work our way across the ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna look for a patch that hasn't been quite melted as much and meander our way through.
Let's go.
All right. So, as you look across this mile, this is going to be a skill challenge to get across. And the way this is going to work is that I have a D20 that is going to set the DC just from like various like things. This is just natural movement, unless you are doing something that possibly can supersede that, which would potentially reduce the DC. However, should you repeat the skill check that you or somebody else have made, the DC will go up by 3 the first time it's repeated, and then by 7 the second time it's repeated, and would go higher from there. Does that make sense?
hmm
Sounds
Yep.
good.
So, how are you guys beginning to get across? Just be one person at a time.
I am deathly allergic to lava, so I would prefer hopping in my ring and getting a ride from my buddy Ideal to be ferried over.
Okay.
You do that.
And then if once I'm on the other side, could I try and help look for a suitable location to pass by? Or to pass through?
So what I think is that for this, what you're attempting to do is you're attempting to make it so that they have less to worry about.
Yeah.
It's just them, and there's nothing you feel like you can specially add. So it's really kind of taking your weight across, and so it's just the three of them having to do that. What I'll give you, well, I guess I'm doing this for you, but you could potentially have your familiar look out and find special, like the best path, right? Because you can see familiar.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. So in that case, make a only if you want to do this. I'm not trying to force anything, but so I'd ask for a perception check from your familiar.
I think it's worth a try. I'm gonna roll my dexterity because that's the same bonus.
Okay.
Oh, you hate to see it. I got a 9.
You got a 9. Okay, so that's going to be one fail. And so what you're looking for here is before we accumulate 4 fails, you want 4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fail number 1. Who would like to go?
So how far is the biggest ice patch from the ledge?
We'll say about. Sorry, the biggest one you can find. We'll say about 15 feet.
Okay. About what if I shoot tie a rope around an arrow and try to lodge it into the and then
Okay. So it sounds
Work
like
our
to
way
me
down.
you're kind of like using your arrow and rope to like steady flows or bring them in closer so they can more easily be traversed at any given time. Okay. I'll say go ahead and make an attack roll with your bow and arrow then.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
11.
All right. With an 11. So what you begin to do to cross, that's a success. So so how this is looking from aerial view is probably you and Gothic both pulling together and trying to secure these ice flows. So Gothic or Shauna, what are you doing to help next?
Shauna wants to enlarge her familiar, her monkey,
Okay.
which would make it a medium size. And since it's a flying monkey, I want to tie a rope to him and have him. I want to hop on one of the pieces of ice and have him pull it.
I gotcha. So you're kind of like trying to make a speedboat thing.
Yeah, but being pulled, or like a carriage being pulled by my monkey on the ice.
Yeah. Give me a strength check for the monkey.
I believe enlarge gives them advantage on that.
Mm-hmm.
So with advantage.
First roll is
I-
a 14, and
Nice.
the second one would be 15. And it's a -1.
Oh, it's a -1.
Yeah, because my monkey, my stat's a 8 for the strength of a monkey.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's why I enlarged him. Like, I don't know if that would change his strength.
I think it just gives advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, whoom, you tie it up, and it doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to do much, and it actually like kind of tires him out a little bit, and you actually find yourselves drifting, wasting valuable time, and there's a sense you get that you don't have much longer before whatever deal you made might run up, or his influence might run out. So that's going to be 2 fails with 1 success so far, is what I have. So Gothic, it's your turn up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I've been looking at my sheet to see what I can do. And yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I was gonna do kind of has already been done.
I mean, you can repeat.
Yeah, I
It's a higher
think.
DC.
Yeah. I think that I'm gonna let's see. Yeah, I think that maybe I'm gonna try and push off of the place that we're on and sort of push out. You like push off of one of the other frozen things, or maybe off of the land that we're close by, and sort of try and push our ice patch across a little bit.
Okay, yeah, just
If that makes any sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check.
I will enlarge myself to gain advantage on this.
Okay.
I will use Giant's Might. My last one
Got it.
for this. That's a 14. Wow, I'm just going like shit.
It's okay. 14 makes it.
Okay.
So you push, and I gotta keep rolling a d20 back here to
Mhm.
determine it per thing.
Right.
So, whoom. Yeah, with your strength and kind of having read, I mean, you made a few leaps. You have a sense of the flow of this from when you got the ruby, and I think between American kind of securing the ice and you pushing off, you're beginning to make your way. We got 2 successes, 2 fails. Creed, you're kind of out of it unless you have an idea.
The best I could think of would just be trying to floating around, seeing if I could pick out any immediate dangers and relay that. But aside from that, I don't think I can directly impact the crew. So I'll leave it up to their better judgment.
Okay. Are you able to telepathically communicate while in your ring?
That is a good question. Let me look that up. If not, I can speak. I can try my familiar relay, I believe, because they can speak.
Oh, that's right. Well, so this would be another perception check.
I think I'll leave it to the group then. I don't want to hinder them. They have valuable things they need to be doing. I'll
you
just
you
chill.
kind of have that option, I guess. So then Mirakin.
So we're moving across. We're bringing the things closer together. So let's see. I don't really have anything else I could really do. Other than keep trying to pull us ahead by, bringing in more ice to move across.
All right. So what are you doing? Describe it to me again.
I guess same thing that I did the last time. That's all I really.
Okay, you got it. Okay, you can make an attack roll then.
Okay. Bless you. Bless you. 11. Can I use my inspiration to re-roll it?
Yep.
See if it does any better.
Use it up.
18.
18. It's a good thing you did that. So that's your third success. Because it's a lot harder now because it's a repeat, right? So the DC went up from what I had rolled. So that matched it though. So you're able to get that going. Yeah, you guys have gotten 3/4 of the way. It's right there. You see the other side. I believe Shauna, you're the next one.
Could Shauna use her chromatic orb and kind of like with something with the cold, like help them get farther?
So it's using the coldness of the chromatic art to like make additional bridges, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I'm going to use my reroll on Kill Shift.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
What'd you get?
7, not a 2 on the die, so.
All right. The DC was 12. You didn't beat that?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're trying to do that, and a few times you end up hitting right into the magma, and it causes like this weird reaction that starts to move them farther apart.
Yeah.
It's just not doing well, and I think there's a sense where just from the natural movement, right? So there's not an eternal speed of, eternal supply of this ice. You're moving, and just the natural. Just a natural scarcity as these are moving further and further apart makes it like this is your last chance to really make this happen before you're like stuck on a lava river. Gathak.
Well, shit.
She got 3 successes, 3 fails. This next roll makes it.
Yeah. So we're like most of the way there, right?
Yeah, you're like really we figured about 3/4 of the way, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So can Gothak sort of for he would like to ferry people since he has a long jump and he can carry a lot. He would just like to start making jumps and sort of ferry people across to different little ice islands and try and help that way. That's, just about the last of what he can do.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be our second athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and make it.
21.
21. With that, yeah. So that last bit, you're realizing that it's getting very, very thin, and you're like, okay, someone's got to do something, and you pick 1-2 people at a time, and you go whoo, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You only have 3 to really ferry,
Mhm.
and you get actually, I'm sorry, 2 to get across. So I think you take 1 in one arm, the other in the other arm, and you're just and you get across. And as you look back, you realize, like, you look straight back, and it's just pure lava with no ice in sight. But you and the party are safely across.
We done it.
Good job.
That was scary then.
Took you long enough.
No,
You know
I
what?
was-
To the
was
person who did not suffer, you next time gonna make your way across the river without your familiar and without your ring, alone. Okay?
Hey, Shauna, can you cast Reduce on me and have your monkey carry me?
No, alone. Alone. Means
You're
without
alone.
Yeah, I was. Because you left us alone out there.
You had 3 other people and a monkey.
I'm not sure that the monkey really counted.
Wow, what are you saying?
Monkeys don't
Monkeys
count.
don't have rights?
No, I'm saying that I think the monkey may have been more useful not being there.
All right. So this took some time. You guys basically spent most of the rest of the day traversing this river. It's becoming night. Sun's being set. This was a long trek. And 2 miles of exert. So what I will say is, everyone's going to get it as an exhaustion, but you can essentially get rid of it if you rest now. But you're due for a long rest. But theoretically, you're exhausted at the end of this.
Do we see anything anywhere around us where we feel like we could set camp?
From where you are, because of just the way this has worked, because again the river's is in this ice thing, it's very flat here. All this has caused like no formations to be able to go really. The heat of the lava melts everything, and then it refreezes, just making very, very flat land. So if you want to, you can explore for a few more hours and push into night to try to find a more secure location.
Yeah, maybe the person who can fly with the familiar can look around for us.
How long did it take them to get across?
It took a good 6 hours.
All right. Let me double check the range for.
Yeah, because I don't know if you can go back in that ring.
Would have to move, and be within 100 feet to actually get any feedback. Assuming that but it's worth a try. We could try and have the other familiar go too to cover more ground, and then does anyone have any divination spells?
Well, I think that we should start to move away from the river anyway, so I don't want to be attacked.
Yep.
Understandable.
I think standing here is liable to get us attacked, so.
So we'll start moving along. Do we see like any? It's just open flat ground. Are there any kind of reference points in the distance that we could move towards?
Make a perception check.
12.
12. I think from where you are, I mean, there's occasionally you see like maybe where there's been some ice buildup, so you might be able to get into some of that. But from where you are, right near the river, any of those features, it's just few and far between. There's not a lot to see. So it'll just take. I think you think. I think from what you get from that is if you stay along the river, you're unlikely to find anything. You're going to have to move out a few hours
Wait.
travel.
Okay.
Does our map have any point of reference on it?
I think from the map, you get the sense that you've. What I'll give you is that you. Actually, let me do this. Make a survival check. Someone wants to check the map.
Sure. Does anybody want to help me?
Guess not.
Okay,
No,
guess
I
not.
mean, yep. There's not a lot of help I can give you other than the perception roll I made.
I know about history.
Well, that's a 6.
I was at a 6. You right now. You don't have a. Let me think.
Oh, it's the same date still, right?
yeah.
So this is the last day that I would still have advantage on navigation checks, right?
Right. Well, because
Well,
yeah,
that
I
was
was
only
that was
only
with the
with-
Griffin,
Okay.
but you did get a natural 20 on your general perception of where everything was
mhm.
before all of this. So I think what I'll give you is that it seems like because you're on the flow of the river and it
Mhm.
took you a long time to get across, which was kind of like your 4-3 score represents the longest
Mhm.
possible time to get across and still be okay. You're
Mhm.
essentially is almost as if you headed due south from Shreenlaw
Mhm.
instead of southwest.
Okay, so we're off course a little bit.
Guys, you know what we forgot to bring along with us? A guide.
There weren't any available. We already checked for that,
Yeah, so I
and
feel
we
like
have 10.
you think that you probably added a good 6 days to your journey.
Okay, we have added 6 days to our journey.
Okay. We need to find. We need to move away from the river and try to find a place to secure camp and try to take a rest.
Yes, please.
Can Shauna use investigation to try to find a place for them to rest?
I think it's be perception, but again, this is with
Okay.
exhaustion. So do a perception with a disadvantage.
We all have exhaustion. My bad.
Yeah.
That would be the lower is 12.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm moving at half speed now.
Right. So you guys begin trekking long and hard. I would say you get away from the river a little bit, enough to kind of where you feel like you're not in danger elementally, basically. And then move across. Just make sure I got this right. Across west. And I'd say this takes you really enough time, about another 4 or 5 hours. So what I'll need is another series of constitution checks for exhaustion just from being active this long.
Constitution saves or check?
Saves, thank you, sorry.
Ouch.
Confirmed.
That one.
23.
We have disadvantage on these, don't we?
3.
No,
Not
no,
saving throws, no.
Okay.
This is just straight rolls.
That's good.
Oh, not saving throws.
No. This is saving throws, so it's just a
Okay.
straight roll.
I got a natural 1 too.
Okay. Yeah, so this is a straight roll. It's not disadvantage, is
Yeah.
what we were trying
Yeah.
to say.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that one.
What did American get?
3.
3. and Gothic got
A 23.
a 23. So I believe everyone but Gothic has another point of exhaustion.
Now we all have 2 levels of exhaustion.
But you do find like what seems to at least give you like kind of like it's more of like so what you find is a larger ice formation here that just seems that it kind of forms like half a cave a little bit, gives you shelter from one direction, and you're able to think this is probably an okay place to bed down.
Well, looks like a good spot to bed down.
I'd like to cast Detect Thoughts real quick.
Yeah. It's just detecting anything intelligent.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sweep the area to see if there's anyone or anything with an intelligence of, I believe it's 3 or higher.
Yeah.
I mean-
So you're saying sweeping? You like walking around?
Yeah.
Okay. So you spend some time, and let me ask you this: how far of a radius are you trying to go?
That's a good question. Um, 70. Let me think. Spell lasts about a minute, I believe. The radius is 30, and I can, for a full turn, I can go 70. How? Where are we? Where are we planning to camp? Just in the middle of nowhere?
By
Well,
the ice.
yeah, in this ice formation that you
Formation.
found.
And Shauna
Alrighty.
will cast Ritually Alarm around us before we go to bed.
All right.
So is there-
I'm
is there
gonna
a
ignore
cave
the area
nearby?
that they're casting alarm in, and try and, I guess, form a sort of M.
Okay,
Oh,
so yeah. So I think I get what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
You do not sense anything with higher than 3 intelligence, within that area. So we'll call it
All right.
150 feet from the. Let's call it 180 from the center of where you're trying to sleep.
Is there
Alright.
like a cave in this formation?
Yeah, it's kind of like a. There is like a slight ceiling, but it's not fully
Okay.
enclosed.
Yeah, just some protection from the.
Yes, it's basically a
okay.
straight wall of about 20 feet, and then it just has like a slight overhang. It's not perfectly straight; it's like naturally looking, but
Okay. Yeah, let's set up camp.
Is this where we huddle for warmth?
yeah. So, is there anything you're doing for you guys to help be warm or anything like that? No.
I can cast fire bolts and light a fire if we find stuff to burn.
So you do know from being out here that burning a fire all night isn't the greatest thing.
No, but it's also not freezing.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. What do you want to do?
Are there any?
Is,
Are there
Go
any
ahead.
like rocks around, or is it just all frozen tundra?
I mean, you can begin to search. There's nothing immediate area, and it's like it's pitch black. And you can see trees and stuff if you're dark vision, but it would definitely be a little. It takes some time to begin to try to find any rocks. Not rocks right where you are or anything.
Does
Just the-
anyone have prestidigitation?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do is like warm up some.
I was gonna say if. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say at the first sign of trouble, we could probably just poof the fire out of existence just in case. But I don't think it's the greatest of ideas,
so
considering that it will be visible.
I'm gonna just
After
go-
you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go around and just kind of like on their armor and on their
Okay.
clothes, just warming them up, just to get everybody. I'm just constantly.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. So what is the floor of this area? Is it like
It's like
ice?
snow and
Is it
ice.
it's snow and ice? Like how
Yeah.
much snow?
Current snowfall is going to be 3 inches.
Okay, 3 inches. And how much ice before you hit Earth?
You don't know. You'd have to start digging through. You can't see.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start digging through and see if I can hit.
I guess make me an athletics check.
Okay. Uh, 18.
18. I say with an 18, you spend about 10 minutes and you do really well. You're able to get down about 8 feet and you haven't hit ground yet.
Okay. Well, probably not gonna hit ground. Not for a long, long time. Well, I'm gonna sleep in my hole, and just put something over me and surround myself in blankets, and I am completely out of the elements now. So I'm gonna sleep in my hole, guys. Sorry, I was trying to hit ground. We could have warmed up the ground if we hit it. So, but we did
Did you
not.
dig a hole in the snow and then like make a little ceiling?
No, I just went straight down into the ice and kept going and going, and it was just more ice. So that's what we're left with.
Well, I think it's actually a good idea to dig down and make a little snow shelter, because that
Well-
should be able to protect us from the elements, especially if there's wind and this sort of environment.
Well, if everybody wants, I can dig them holes too.
Okay, I'll say this. You guys want to do the hose, that'll work.
Yes.
So between American stuff and between your stuff, this is going to be Constitution saving throw with advantage at a DC of 7.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I got 20 altogether.
All right.
15.
15. And Creed.
You said with advantage, yes?
Yes.
Oh, wait. 7? You said the DC was 7, right?
Yeah.
Luck says I got that. Yay.
Wow.
Exactly 7. Guys, I think my dice are trying to kill me.
I think my dice are trying to kill me too.
Excellent.
That's true.
So with that,
Considering
everyone's able to get a long rest, and you can take away 1 level of exhaustion.
We did it.
Yeah. And that was specifically you basically want to get exhausted from that with everything you were doing, but it would there's a chance of not getting long rests.
Right.
But you were able to do that.
Good job, everybody. We actually didn't all manage to kill ourselves by sleeping.
That was excellent. So yeah, I think the next day is coming. As you look out, I think there's a lot of thoughts. You know that what you assume with a frost giant that you were tracking is some ways ahead. What you do see is there's like a slight glow that's about it's hard to see how far, but it's some distance away that you can travel to. That you're like, oh, that like it's a definitely kind of weird glow, but we are going to end for 2 nights.
Nice. Good job
Okay.
tonight. Yeah, good job, guys.
That's what's next. I am going to ask, Creed's computer's being weird, he says. Sorry. Shauna, did you want to identify anything?
Do we have anything to identify?
The gem.
Yes. I will virtually cast Identify before bed.
Yeah. So that. I'm trying to avoid the first minutes of a session being like, let's identify 20 things.
Right.
Yeah, so you can go ahead, whoever's carrying this, that is going to be a spell gem ruby. Which essentially can also once do act like an elemental gem of red corundum.
So let's see. It's a ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The legendary item?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
It currently holds an 8th level Dispel Magic.
Ooh.
Maybe our wizard should attune to that.
Yeah.
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 The other thing is that this is hardwired to, it can be used once a day for what it's used for, but it can't, Dispel Magic doesn't leave it. It's kind of a modified. You get that this is modified spell gem. So the
Nice.
Dispel Magic stays in there.
Sweet.
Okay. And the volcano in the Sirius Mountains is not in Isocross, right?
Correct.
Okay. Sweet. Alright, we can hang on to that gem for a while.
Yeah, so I actually want to try to attune to it.
Yeah, go for it. You know, unless it's like cursed and
Eh,
the elemental.
But that's the
till
fun
you're
part.
exactly. That's the risk.
That is the fun part.
Yeah. So just so you know, you actually you don't need to attune to it to use it.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Nice.
Because the only time that requires attunement is if you're trying to imbue it with something.
Mm. Oh.
But to use it does not require the attunement.
You just have to be able to cast the spell.
Correct.
It just has to be on your spell list.
Yeah.
Which Dispel Magic. Yeah. Not this level yet. It's a little high level.
Yeah. So it would just be an ability check, I believe, for you to do it.
Okay. Cool. That will help
As it
us.
says in the spell description. Yeah, so it'd be it'd basically be your intelligent. Sorry, no, you're sorcerer, right? Or you're wizard. Wizard. Sorry.
They're a wizard that confuses you into thinking
Yeah.
they're a sorcerer.
So basically,
Exactly.
it's going to be an intelligence check, DC 18 to use it for you. So yeah. So as you, so that's it. So we're going to end our broadcast. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been great fun.
Thanks.
Here we